Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday morning trading room. Just a moment here. We'll get the screen share going on. Okay, the markets yesterday recovering a little bit from the slide that we saw Tuesday and Wednesday. But we've kind of hit the skids here pre-market. You can see we're in a little bit of a sideways trading range overall. Not really moving too far one way or the other. And I have a feeling that may be the way the day is going to unfold today. We'll see. There's a little bit of a downside gap here relative to where we left off. I think the market finishing yesterday somewhere around 70, 55, 70, 60. And here we are opening around the 70, 90 area. So there's a 25, 30 point gap or tick gap below us. A little bit of a bullish start to the day for those of you doing your first in-sync eagle signal. Here it is right here. Right on the opening buzzer, we got ourselves a buy signal. And so far, anyways, things looking bullish. We'll see how that plays out here over the next few minutes. I'm going to try to avoid doing something silly, just because it is the Friday, kids are out of school. The markets could be a little bit thin today, and of course, this week coming is a big Independence Day holiday in the U.S. Of course, I'm stating that for the benefit of you non-Americans in the room. Although, is there anywhere in the world that isn't aware that July 4th is Independence Day? It's got to be one of the largest, best known holidays outside of Christmas and Easter, I think. So next week, just a reminder as we wait for something to happen here, no trading room next week. We're going to take the week off. Enjoy your downtime. It's good to step away from a screen every once in a while. Regain your focus. All right, well, they're kind of keep pushing higher, or trying to anyways. Yeah, Mark says here, uh, regarding my comments about Friday and the holiday, the pending holiday, he says, I got up early, traded pre-market, took a couple signals. Says I took a late filter entry around 4 p.m. my time. Oh, it might have been this one here. Not the truest late filter entry, in that the trend line was actually out of sync, but after you start to watch these for a while, you kind of get a little bit of a feel for them. Oh, no, sorry, it was probably this one right here to the upside. That is a full-on late filter entry. Nice flat trend line. For those of you following the late filter entry signal here on the Falcon, that's what you want to look for. Your filter goes out of sync, comes back into sync, you produce a signal. The whole time the trend line never changes color. But when the trend line goes nice and flat like that, that's almost as good as money in the bank, that one. Here we are now looking at the morning session, the open right about here, but you can see the Falcon struggling quite a bit. The trend line not really getting any momentum behind it, gets a little bit of a bullish swing, then changes color, changes color, changes color, kind of like waves on the ocean. All right, well, we'll just stay with it. The Hawk now getting a little bit more ambitious. You know, on days like today, the Hawk is not a bad way to go because it is designed to pick up shorter term moves, quicker swings and momentum. We're producing a first micro macro cross lower and a rather jumbled 4-arrow consolidation. So the Hawk may be looking a little bit more bearish. It's still quite early though. Okay, here we've got the Raptor, and you can see we've got a lot of candy striping going on here in the back, a lot of background highlights. This also suggestive of a sideways market. ourselves a hard edge bounce. What time is it? Oh, we're only 10 minutes in. Quarter to the hour is my least favorite time to trade. First 15 minutes into trading, it seems like that 15-minute mark very often will get the market will throw us a little bit of a knuckleball. Although this is getting some decent follow through to it so far. Nice little uptick off that number 3 signal. All right, there's some decent follow throughs to that. Oh, I certainly hope that wasn't the move of the day right there. big 20 tick move of the day. Might be sitting on our hands here for a little while. All right, well, I was joking about the move of the day, but that may well be the move of the day right there. That number 3 signal right there, big push higher. Traders getting busy early. Okay, a little bit of a pullback now. Let's see, how broad is this this cloud that we're looking at here? So we're sitting around 70.99 to 71.09. So there's a 20 tick cloud, or pardon me, 10 tick cloud. Or pardon me, 10 point cloud, 40 ticks. When your cloud gets to be about 40, 50 ticks wide, it does open up the possibility of a reversal. So we'll see whether they come back here now with a number 2 signal. Now there we go. There's a test of the extreme. Here now is going to come a number 2 signal. I don't know. The day seems a little bit bullish so far, but there is going to be a counter trend opportunity here, or so it seems. Now your best counter trend opportunities seem to come off of the 232 signal. In other words, we're going to get a sell signal, a counter trend signal. That's the number 2. It's going to be followed by a hard edge bounce. That's the number 3, and then it's going to fail again, producing another number 2 signal. There's not much going on. I may give this a go just on a single contract, just to see if the market does in fact get down here to the hard edge. This obviously did not print as a number 3 because it did not get close enough to the hard edge, but visually it's almost there. Only good thing about a counter trend trade is, and I mentioned this before, is you know where your stops need to go. Your stops need to go above the high. Obviously, if the market rallies from here, trades back through this last swing high, well, then it's fairly certain I am on the wrong side of this trading equation. Here now the official number 3 signal. Okay, and now the sellers are going to try to complete the number 2. So just a review of that. Let's see if I can find you a better looking reversal. Well, here we go. I guess we really don't need that first number 2 signal, although it does seem to make for a stronger formation. But here's the number 3 signal. The market fails, comes back with a number 2, and then you tend to get a little bit better follow through. All right, so here's the number 3 signal. It fails, and we're coming back with a number 2, so things looking a little bit more promising. I know you're wondering, well, how can I trust a number three signal then? How do I know which number three signals to trust? You need to remember a number three signal is a continuation signal. So you have to have something that's resembling a trend. This is a very weak trend, but it is a trend all the same. And you can see we're producing hard edge bounce, hard edge bounce, hard edge bounce, hard edge bounce, hard edge bounce. And after the fifth one, it finally gets some giddy up to it. Okay, we're down now to the hard edge. This is our objective for these number two signals. So I'm going to take the trade to break even now. And, oh, don't flinch. Not yet. And I'll go break even plus 2. There we go. I thought that might make you happy. I thought that might make you happy, Scott. Yeah, break even plus 2. That's right. All right, well, the trade, was I able to take it on the, if I were able to take it on the hash mark, did find its profit objective. Mark says, I was hoping your break even would fail and you'd hit your profit target. Yeah, me too. Just reviewing the trade here, it looks like they slipped me a couple of ticks on the fill, so I didn't get anything on that. So the market already starting to get a little bit thinner, and we're not even out of opening range yet. Back into the hard edge. This is where we always anticipate some sort of reaction to develop. Well, the Eagle's trying to get bullish. The Hawk, the Falcon, already full on bearish with their indicators. And here the Raptor giving us a little bit of a reaction to the hard edge. Nothing to get too terribly excited about. And now we're coming back with yet another. You can either interpret that as another number 2 signal. I don't know if I want to call that an early number 1 signal just yet. Very neutral. The market right in the price is trading right in the middle of the trading band. Another first micro macro cross lower here on the Hawk. And it does look like we are paying off a little bit to the short side, although we were paying off to the long side just a few minutes ago. Well, we'll just watch for a little bit longer. Yeah, Phil says the market's afraid of indicator warehouse bird traders. Yeah, it seems that way. We are winding up rather tightly. Could almost do an OCO style trade. I'm not going to do it just yet, although we could set the short order. The sell order would definitely go below here. Now we have a cloud crossover signal, a number 1 signal. The cloud's coming back into sync. We had a little bit of a pullback there as prices scope out the top end. Now we've seen a little bit of a break here above the high of the morning. And if prices pull back from there a little bit, then I think that'll be my top end for the channel. I'm using the dynamic echo volume bars from Indicator Warehouse, and what they will do is they will paint bars wider or narrower depending on what kind of volume is associated with that bar. And you can see we have a whole lot of volume going on right now. This bar much thicker than the preceding bars. All right, so this is where my buy order will be. So when you're using your OCO order, you toggle it on. You right click on your chart to select your orders. These orders are live as soon as you put them on your chart. So the market tries to break out across the top here. If this trend is going to resume, we should come back now with a hard edge bounce. Otherwise, we may produce a number 2 signal, kind of telling us that the buyers might be out of it, and the market may try to check out the bottom end of the trading range. Okay, here now the hard edge bounce. Well, it isn't a hard edge bounce yet. It's building into a possible hard edge bounce. There now the official number 3 signal. This is going to be a number 2 signal, so I suppose we could even tighten the range like so. Just trying to get a stop strategy in play here. In case the market does break the lows. Ooh, it's a struggle. They came within a tick of the entry. Slipped me 2 ticks on the entry. We're going to hold our stops here for a moment. Ideally, stops should go above here, above the top end of the trading range that we were looking at. Come on, giddy up. I wonder, now that the market is actually making a decent push to the short side, will they try to get into that early gap from this morning? That could see the market drift, well, certainly to the median line, the low of the morning, 70.64 3/4. That would kind of be the big target. That would be a monster move. That would bring us back and fill that opening range gap. Let's see how we do here off the median line. Yeah, I think I'm being a little silly leaving all that open. I'll move to the parabolics. The parabolics on the bar high low are the two most aggressive stop strategies in the assortment. And they'll hopefully protect most of the profit. It's always tricky. All right, well, it wasn't terrible. The market making a decent move lower before bouncing a little. Now that the clouds are crossing, we will complete a full number one signal. But you know, things are really slowing down here. Hey, nicely done, Mark. Mark says, 2 for 2 on the late filter entry signals. Yeah, you really got to be choosy here this morning. So here's a nice little late filter entry signal. Some half decent follow through on that. Oh, and the Raptor now coming back with that number one signal that we were anticipating. And almost to the profit objective on that one. Days like today, you end up spending a lot of time watching and waiting. I'm not sure we're going to get another trade going on here today. Okay, well, everything is going on in slow motion today. Um, Perhaps another bullish push. We've got a quick trend change signal here in the Falcon. The Hawk has got a green bar sell that we could look to buy. It would look something like that. Well, here, let's show, let's demo that. Oh, they slipped me a couple of ticks on that one too. Stinkers. So the green bar sell is a signal that tends to develop near the end of a trend. And you can either take it with trend or you can look to buy the failure of the green bar sell. Or you can simply use it as an early warning that the trend may be ending. A green bar sell, it always develops into a first micro macro cross signal if in fact the market is reversing. And speak of the devil, there it is right there. That first micro macro cross now starting to build. We just have the warning dot. We don't have the signal just yet. And now we have the first micro macro cross. Very often you will see the first micro macro cross signal print at more or less the same price level where the failure of the green bar sell would have occurred. The opposite of the green bar sell in the Hawk is the red bar buy. And you can see here too, we have the red bar buy. You could have sold the failure, but it followed up with a first micro macro cross lower. And as I said, a lot of times you can just use them as an early warning that your trend may be in jeopardy. Not to be confused with the red bar buy and green bar sell on the Eagle, which tend to be much more, well, they're with trend signals, they're continuation signals, and they tend to have pretty good follow through. Here now is the red bar buy on the Eagle. The red bar buy and the green bar sell on the Eagle always occur from the hard edge. Let's see if I can find you one that looks a little bit more textbook. Well, it's not bad. It still had a lot of clutter in there, not exactly a trend going into it. Oh, here we go. This one's practically textbook. So we have something resembling a trend. The market comes down, hits the hard edge. We produce a red bar with a buy signal. And that it actually doubled up, produced another red bar with a buy signal. And then you'll also get the reverse. You'll get the green bar with the sell. But like I say, it's a continuation signal, not to be taken in a vacuum. You have to have something to confirm that it's there. The trend, I mean. It looks like the market did rally up and find our profit objective. Woohoo! All right, that may well be it for me today. Don't think I'm going to press my luck. While we were producing that first micro macro cross signal there on the Hawk, we also had the trend change signal develop here in the Raptor. So that number 2 signal, if you're thinking the trend is up today, given the little flurry out of the open, then this number 2 signal is actually not a counter trend signal. It's actually a with trend signal. I know, it can get a little confusing at times. I think we will hang with them till the bottom of the hour. So if anybody has any questions, please type away. Otherwise, I think we're in for more of this back and forth kind of sloshing. The trading band just keeps changing direction. We go bullish, try to get bearish, try to get bullish, try to get bearish. Now we're going to try to get bullish again. Yeah, I think it's going to be a slow grind for the remainder. Good excuse to start the weekend early. And again, just a reminder, no trading room next week. I hope you have an enjoyable and a safe holiday, and I will see you a Monday a week from this Monday. Talk to you then. Bye for now.